Hello, dear souls. Welcome to yoga, Awake and Ready Yoga. Let's take a moment to center ourselves. And in our centering today, I thought it might be nice to practice a pranayam. So pranayam, as you may know, is it's more than a breathing technique, although our breathing techniques are also called pranayam. So prana, life force, yam, or yama, is the control of, directing the life force. So when we use this as a breathing technique, we're working with the breath and the flow of energy behind the breath, directing that flow, guiding it inward and lifting it upward to the point between the eyebrows. So sit in any comfortable seat. It can be on the floor, in a chair, whatever feels best for your body. Keep the spine lifted and lengthened, shoulders relaxed down from the ears. The hands can be facing downward or upward. And what we'll do today is even count or measured count breath. So we'll inhale for a count, hold the breath to that same count, and exhale to that count. So it's an even inhalation, retention of breath, and exhalation. And the energy's rising, bringing it with awareness here, keeping, and then the energy, it descends and rises, but you can kind of feel that or sense that or imagine it, and then keeping your focus here. So there's a few things going on. Keep it simple for yourself. So if that sounds complicated, focus more on the movement of the breath, and just know that behind that movement is the flow of energy. So what I'd like you to do is take a deep, full inhalation through the nose. Feel that your lungs are filled to capacity and exhale fully again through the nose. Once the breath has completely, you've exhaled completely, inhale and mentally count the inflow of your breath. And then exhale, see if you can exhale to the same length. That was about a 7 or 8 count. Yours might be 4 or 3, whatever's true for you. And let's do this 1 or 2 more times, just so you can get a sense of the length of your breath, and then you'll want to hold the breath. So let's try that. Inhale deeply and fully. Once the lungs are filled, hold the breath for that same length of count. When you're ready to exhale, exhale. Very good. And before we start, I just want you to check in with yourself. Make sure there was no sense of tension as you held the breath. So sometimes we can inhale longer than we can hold, and if that's true, then just back your count up 1 or 2 times so that the whole practice is comfortable for you. Okay, so we'll begin. We'll do this about 4 to 6 rounds. A round is inhalation, retention, and exhalation. So exhaling fully and completely, and then begin. Inhaling fully and completely as you're ready. Retaining the breath for that same length of time. Exhaling to that same count. On your next exhalation, releasing the technique, allow yourself to sit calmly and quietly, just noticing how the body feels. The inner gaze uplifted. Let's take one more deep, full breath in and out now. And bring the palms together to the heart center, honoring the divine light within yourself and all beings. We'll start together with Namaste. Namaste. Okay, dear souls, let's stay seated for our warm-ups. We'll begin with some shoulder rolls. So you can bring your hands to the shoulders. If you like, you can move the shoulders with the flow of the breath. You can inhale as the arms come up and exhale as they come down. A few times in each direction. And just bringing awareness to the body and the breath as you practice now. Very nice. And we'll practice some side-to-side stretching. So let's bring the left hand down to the floor and we'll inhale right arm up, lift and lengthen, and exhale over. And if you like, you can move the hand a bit away from you and rotate the head to look up to the sky, reaching through the fingertips of the left hand, breathing deeply, belly relaxed. See if you can sense the opening in your body as you stretch and breathe. Seated Parigasana, the gate pose. Waves of joy surge upward in my spine. Waves of joy surge upward in my spine. We'll inhale up and exhale down and go to the other side. So now left arm comes up, lift and lengthen, exhale and rotate to look up to the sky if you like. Each breath, a breath of opening and welcoming the flow of life force. Yogananda said that life force, prana, is intelligent. Divine cosmic energy, that we live in a sea of this energy, and our yoga practice helps us to learn to work cooperatively with the energy. Waves of joy surge upward in my spine. Joyful prana flowing through you. Inhale up, nice, and exhale down. We'll practice circle of light, circle of joy. So hands are here. We inhale, fingers interlace and elbows lift up. Exhale, hands move out in front. Inhale, lift and lengthen, stretch tall, reach up to the sky. And as you exhale, visualize light and joy surrounding you. The hands will come back behind you, fingers interlaced. Inhale, open the front, the heart center, release and exhale. Gather light, gather joy, and guide it within. Inhaling and exhale. Inhale, lift and lengthen, stretch tall. Release light and joy surround you. Hands come behind the back. We inhale, open. Release and exhale. Very nice. And hands to the heart. Let's practice seated butterfly. So fingers interlaced again, and we'll bring the hands behind the head. We inhale, and you do just a slight arch in the spine backwards with the inhale, and as you exhale, bring the elbows towards each other. The chin comes down towards the chest. And you flow at your own pace. When you're ready to inhale, you expand the wings, opening, welcoming. As you exhale, there's a sense of surrender and release, letting go. And just notice how it feels to move in this way, what you're sensing in your body, especially the spine, the neck and shoulders, the upper spine, upper back. Very nice. Next time you come up, we'll stretch and exhale down. Beautiful. Let's come on to hands and knees in tabletop position. We'll continue stretching our spine here. Let me turn this way. So here we are in cat-cow, exhaling into the arch. and flowing into a sway with the inhale. You can modify this in any way that you need. You can pause in either direction, so if it feels good for your body to stay in the sway for a few breaths, you can do that. And the same thing with the arch. If you do pause, keep the breath flowing, so don't hold the breath. Very nice. We'll come back to neutral. Let's bring our left foot forward and the right leg back, and we'll practice a low lunge here. The hands can be on the thighs, at the hips, or above the head. And you're going to be stretching through the right leg. You can come forward a little bit. Just be careful of the groin muscle, not to go too far. And you can lift the head just slightly, looking up. This is modified Vajrasana 1, Spiritual Warrior. The affirmation is, I attune my will to the source of all power. And we'll inhale, exhale. As arms come down, let's extend that left leg, flex the foot, and you can just stretch the leg by staying neutral. You can put your hands on your thighs, come forward a little bit, or you could bring your hands to the floor if you like. I like using my hands on the thigh to support the spine. Try to relax the shoulders down from the ears. Breathing deeply. Very nice, and come back to neutral. This time I'll face this way. So now we'll bring the right leg forward, left leg is back, and you'll kind of come into that lunge again. Find the position for your hands, and then you can just look up slightly, mentally affirming, I attune my will to the source of all power. Feel yourself aligning with divine energy, consciously inviting divine grace, God's power to flow into the body, flow through the body, to fill the heart, to fill the mind. I attune, I align my energy with divine energy. Very nice. We'll inhale, bring the arms down. Let's flex that left foot now. Lift and lengthen. Right, actually, I think I told you that the other way. And you can come forward a little bit if you like. Very nice. Come back to neutral. So let's come in. I'm going to just turn to the side. From tabletop, we're going to come into extended child. So bring the buttocks back towards the heels and the arms out in front, and release the forehead down to the floor. Take some deep, full breaths in and out here. And just relax the body as you stretch the spine and stretch and release. The affirmation is, I relax from outer involvement into my inner haven of peace. Then we'll come into tabletop again. Turn the toes under, lift the buttocks up, and we'll bring ourselves into downward facing dog. So find your position for this. Taking the relaxed, awakened energy. And just feel that the whole body is dynamically engaged with a calm flow of energy. The affirmation is, calmness radiates from every fiber of my being. Very nice. We'll bring the knees down and we'll come into Vajrasana. Bring the hands to rest on the thighs. Pause for a moment. As you practice today, keep lifting the energy toward the point between the eyebrows. Mentally affirming, calmness radiates from every fiber of my being. Calmness radiates from every fiber of my being. From here, we'll practice Vajrasana Asana. So I'm going to show you this pose with a modification, and then I'll show you the traditional. So modified is we keep the right knee down, left leg comes back, and we inhale and lift and rotate towards the sky. And then to come out, you pause here, and you can come in Vajrasana. So the traditional is you'll bring both feet back in plank pose, and then rotate and bring the left arm up. The calm fires of my concentration burn all restlessness, all distraction. The calm fires of my concentration burn all restlessness, all distraction. Very nice. We'll come down to tabletop and pause in Vajrasana. If you notice that the heart rate has increased, because it is a challenging asana, just have a relaxed breath and feel that you're offering the breath, a calming breath, to that increased flow of energy and blood flow in the body. The calm fires of my concentration burn all restlessness, all distraction. The calm fires of my concentration burn all restlessness, all distraction. Very nice. We'll go to the other side. So again, modified is to keep a knee on the floor. Traditional is both legs come back in plank, and then you rotate. One foot can be either in front of the other or on top of the other. Keep the breath flowing. The calm fires of my concentration burn all restlessness, all distraction. To come out, we come back to tabletop, and then Vajrasana, the firm pose. The calm fires of my concentration burn all restlessness, all distraction. Vajrasana Asana, Vajrasa's pose. Very nice. From here we're going to practice Supta Vajrasana. So I'm going to show you this a few ways. So we're in Vajrasana, the toes are not crossed, so I didn't have you cross them, but if you know to do that, you might have done that already. So toes are not crossed here. The hands are behind us. We're neutral and we begin to walk the hands back. Now here my fingertips are facing towards my feet. This could be your Supta Vajrasana. So what you're doing is lowering yourself to the point that feels right for you. This is a very deep stretch for the thighs. So you could also come down to the forearms. I would say for most people, this is about the maximum for most that I've seen. You could rest on a bolster. Now, if it's comfortable for you, you could come further down, but you really want to be safe and take care of your body. Deep, full breaths. With each breath, a sense of relaxation, sending that quality of inner stillness and peace to wash through the body. The affirmation is energetic movement or unmoving peace. The choice is mine alone. The choice is mine. Energetic movement or unmoving peace. The choice is mine alone. The choice is mine. To come out, we use the strength of the arms to bring us back to Vajrasana. I find it's nice to pause here. Occasionally the body will want to go forward into child's pose, so if that feels better for you, you're welcome to do that. After a backward bend, which happens in Supta Vajrasana, the neutral pose of Vajrasana can just help the body guide that strong awakened flow of energy upward to the point between the eyebrows. Energetic movement or unmoving peace. The choice is mine alone. The choice is mine. Supta Vajrasana. Very nice. Okay, so we're going to come into a seated forward bend. Let me come forward a little bit here. And I think what I'll do is use one of my blankets just for a little bit of support. And this helps to tilt my hips forward. So I often kind of start on it and then slide off it a bit. So here we inhale up and exhale, bring the arms forward. Try to keep the spine neutral. And then let your hands rest down where they feel comfortable. With your breath, you can keep coming forward. Do your best not to round the spine. This is the first phase of Paschimottanasana. Seated forward bend. And then when you feel ready, you can round the spine by releasing the head and releasing the arms. The affirmation is, I am safe, I am sound. All good things come to me. They bring me peace. To come out of the pose, we'll inhale up. Let's bring ourselves into a cross-legged position. And again, I'll use just a little blanket to support my spine. If it's comfortable, the palms turned upward. I am safe, I am sound. All good things come to me. They bring me peace. From here, we'll come into seated mountain pose. So one way to get the body ready is to vigorously rub the arms. It's a variation on practice, and it brings prana and life force and energy flow into the arms and then the hands. Now we'll inhale, arms up, palms together. Bring the hands down slightly and draw the stomach, the abdomen in, with the belly button towards the back of the spine, which can feel very strange when you try to keep breathing, but you do want to keep breathing. And one of the reasons that we do this is by drawing the stomach in. It helps to guide the awakened energy upward. So you'll keep the stomach held in as long as that's comfortable for you. Usually just a few moments at the beginning of the asana. And then when you feel ready, you can relax the belly, breathing diaphragmatically. The affirmation is, my thoughts and energy rise up to touch the sky. My thoughts and energy rise up to touch the sky. Feel the inner truth of this affirmation. Seated mountain pose, Parvatasana, guides our consciousness to rise. My thoughts and energy rise up to touch the sky. We'll inhale and exhale, arms down, and bring the hands to rest on the thighs, closing the eyes, keeping the gaze turned inward and upward. My thoughts and energy rise up to touch the sky. Very nice. From here, we'll practice a seated spinal twist. So we'll stay in the cross-legged. You're going to lift and lengthen and rotate towards the left. So the right hand will come and rest on the left thigh, and the left arm comes behind you. And then you exhale, and you just turn to the point that feels comfortable for your back and your body, keeping the shoulders relaxed down from the ears, breathing deeply. The affirmation is, I radiate love and goodwill to soul friends everywhere. Feel yourself offering the gift of divine friendship, healing energy, goodwill towards all. I radiate love and goodwill to soul friends everywhere. To come out of the pose, we inhale and then exhale, come back to center. Pause just for a moment. Notice how the body feels. Try to be relaxed in your body. And we'll go to the other side. So inhale, lengthen the spine. Bring the left arm to the right thigh, the right arm behind you. Nice lengthening, and then exhale, turn, and look back over the right shoulder now. Ardha Matsyendrasana. This is a version of that pose. Dynamically awakens the flow of energy, flooding into the heart center. And we lift that energy to the point between the eyebrows, purifying the heart's energy into divine love, divine friendship for all. I radiate love and goodwill to soul friends everywhere. I radiate love and goodwill to soul friends everywhere. A few more deep, full breaths in and out. Inhale and exhale. Bring yourself back to center. Pause for a moment, closing the eyes if that's comfortable, lifting the gaze to the point between the eyebrows. Turning the palms of the hands upward if that's comfortable for you. Feel yourself filled with this divine energy, divine love, divine light, divine joy. I radiate love and goodwill to soul friends everywhere. Om, peace. Amen. Okay, let's send out that divine love consciously, rubbing the hands together. We'll lift the hands and chant Om together 3 times, sending out this blessing to all.
Om. 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 Shanti, Shanti. Amen.
Okay, dear soul, so good to be with you today. Wishing you a beautiful day.